Let's do it. Let's do it. We alive and full effect. God is great. Just happy to be alive. It's an amazing Monday. July 8th, 2024. Right back at it on a daily dose. The number one daily morning mastermind for those trying to elevate and grow in your personal, professional, spiritual, financial goals, man. So hope everybody had a great fourth. Hope everybody, I know some people had a long weekend. Hope everybody had a great and safe weekend. Just trying to start a brand new week. So let's hop right into the verse of the week. God is good. Psalms chapter 37, verses 3 through 6. Trust in the Lord and do good. Dwell in the land and enjoy safe pasture. Take delight in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart. Commit your way to the Lord. Trust in him, and he will do this. He will make your righteous reward shine like the dawn, your vindication like the noonday sun. Man, God is so good. He is like we always say, like the Bible is step by step instructions on exactly how to turn up your life, exactly how to do what you need to do to make sure that you are successful, right? Trust in the Lord and do good. Boom. Dwell in the land and enjoy safe pasture. Take delight in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart. These are step-by-step instructions on how to live our lives, man. We have to tap into God. We have to give all of our ways to God. We have to commit everything that we're doing to the Lord and trust in God. Trust in God that he will honor his promises, because God is not a man that he should lie. That's in the Bible. God will honor his promises to us. He will bless us according to what he said he would do. And you got to remember, yes, he tells us what to do, but God's blessings were already given to you when you were born. You just have to act out in faith what you're supposed to do to receive those blessings. So make sure you're tapping into God. Make sure you are uh, doing the things that you need to do to get closer to God so that you can have a closer relationship and so that you can bring those blessings to the forefront of your life and being a great example. So that's going to be the verse of the week, man. We're going to dive deep into this. This is really good for the spirit um, and everything like that. So let's hop right into the business development topic for today. This week, this series, man, we're going to be talking about managing business finances. Managing business finances. This is the most important thing that we can do in order to try to make sure that we are leveling up our business, make sure that we are scaling and growing our business and just managing our finances correctly. All right. So, boom, we have talking about specifically today cash flow management, resources, and strategies. Okay. So, score.org is a free resource that you can use to they give you free mentoring and help small businesses on managing your finances, help you with planning, and help you with managing your cash flow, right? Free mentoring and resources for small businesses, right? Boom. Then you have SBA, SBA.gov. It gives a lot of information for small business, a lot of articles on cash flow management, a lot of guides, things that you can do, right? Things that you need to know, things that you can learn so that you can manage your finances better. And lastly, an actual software that you use to manage your finances is going to be QuickBooks, FreshBooks, or Zero. Check out some of these resources to help you manage your cash flow a lot better, right? Check out some of these resources to help you manage your cash flow a lot better. Now we're going to be talking about some strategies you can use. You want to make sure that you monitor your key metrics. Your key metrics are accounts receivable, accounts payable, and your inventory turnover. All right, these are going to be your key metrics. And if you have different metrics in your business, you want to make sure that you are monitoring them that deal with your cash flow. All right. But these specifically generally deal with all businesses cash flow. You have money coming in, you have money going out, accounts payable, accounts receivable. And then you have inventory turnover, right? How much inventory has went out, how much inventory is coming in, how much inventory is set to go out. So that's like forecasting. We'll get into that, but that's like forecasting, money to be made in the future. So we want to make sure that we are doing that and staying abreast of what our situation is. How do we manage our accounts receivable effectively? You want to send invoices promptly. When that payment is due, you need to send that invoice. Well, before that payment is due, you need to send that invoice. And you also want to implement clear credit policies, right? Make sure that when you are establishing when money comes in, you are tracking that all of these invoices have been paid, all of these invoices have been distributed to exactly what they were used for. They have been distributed to the person and the money has came in, and now you can clear that account. Then when the accounts come in, you need to know exactly where that money is going. You need to have bank accounts set up for specific things. You might have bank accounts set up for receiving from different vendors, right? You need to have as many bank accounts set up as you need in order to receive those funds and make sure that you are able to easily track and see and manage your money effectively. Then you want to optimize your accounts payable, negotiate longer repayment terms with vendors, right? If you need to, or you can pay early if it's possible for you to do that in your situation, right? So you want to make sure that you're doing that, doing these things that help you optimize your situation for accounts receivable, accounts payable, and then you want to establish a weekly budgeting and tracking system to get really, really granular and dive deep into what you're doing. This can be weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly, but it shouldn't span out no longer than a month. You want to dive deep into your finances and know exactly what's going on so that we can maintain a level of control and we can see all the things that are happening with our cash flow before it gets out of hand. Lastly, once you level up, hire a CPA so that you don't have to be doing this because this is very tedious, very time consuming. You want to be able to have a meeting with your CPA and he or she has reviewed all of these things and they can just go over it with you. So this is some resources and some strategies on cash flow management. It's super important to understand your cash flow management because without it, your business cannot scale and you'll be losing money in the long term. So that'll wrap it up for that business topic. Let's hop right into the self-development topic for today. This week, we're talking about overcoming procrastination. Procrastination is the number one killer of and thief of the things that we are trying to accomplish in our lives. We have to overcome this. We have to overcome this thing. But what's the first step to doing that? Today we're talking about understanding our procrastination triggers. We have to know what is triggering us to procrastinate in the first place on a specific task. And we can have a different procrastination trigger for different things that we're doing in our lives. When it comes to schoolwork, when it comes to housework, when it comes to work at the job, when it comes to work on our business, when it comes to work, um, calling people, whatever it is that we're trying to do. You want to understand what are your procrastination triggers that are holding you up from doing the things that you know that you need to do. These are a few ways you can identify your triggers. Got to be self-aware. Got to be self-aware. How do we become self-aware? We got to ask ourselves some questions. So here are some questions that we can ask in order to become more self-aware. Is the task boring to you or is it unclear? Do you have the knowledge or the skill set to complete the task? Right? Do you associate the task with any negative emotions? All right. Do you hold yourself to unrealistic expectations leading to paralysis? These are for your perfectionists out here. Do you have unrealistic expectations of what's going to happen? Does the task seem pointless? Are you not motivated to do the task? Do you struggle with estimating the time needed for the task? This is a huge one. This is a huge one. Do you have many distractions around you, either internal or external? Are there a lot of distractions hindering you from accomplishing this? And now think about which of these resonate with you the most over the course of all of the tasks that you're procrastinating on, right? Because we generally don't procrastinate on stuff that we're trying to do or that we want to do, rather. But some people still do, right? So you got to understand and be self-aware and ask yourself these questions and see which one of these resonate with you the most so that you can begin to overcome procrastination from understanding what your triggers are in the first place. Then you want to keep a journal of your procrastination habits. Write down what you've been procrastinating on. Because sometimes we procrastinate so much, we forget that we're procrastinating. Write down what you're procrastinating on, because this is going to help you achieve better results. It's going to help you see what you've been procrastinating on and know, like, okay, wow, I really need to do this, right? How can I get myself to accomplishing this task, right? So this is how you understand your procrastination triggers. We're going to be talking about overcoming procrastination all week. That'll wrap it up for today. This is super blessed for you, and we'll be right back at it tomorrow morning at 7 a.m.